It has been requested that we take more time out to look at books on this channel. So let's do that. This is Shipper's Guide to the Galaxy, and it's time to ponder, should fangirls/fanboys read Fangirl? Shout out to Dizzy Izzy for requesting Carry On by Rainbow Rowell and the pairing of Baz and Simon, which led me to Fangirl, the prequel-ish book to that one. Let me explain. Fangirl is a 2013 novel written by Rainbow Rowell. It is the tale of Kath and Ren, twin girls who grew up immersed in the Simon Snow book series, and Kath, over time, alongside her sister Ren, has become an active fanfic author with one of the most popular stories on the fanfiction website fanfics.net. However, it's Kath's first year in university, and Ren doesn't want anything to do with her or Simon anymore. With all the pressure of classes on top of overcoming her social anxieties without the help of her sister, will Kath be able to finish her fanfiction version of the 8th book in the Simon Snow series before the author's official version is released? And does she still want to? Also, yes, Kath and Ren, get it? Catherine? This book, while light in terms of verbal density, is packed full of lots of ideas to consider, and the majority of them revolve around fandom. Specifically fanfiction and shipping, which is not an avenue of fandom that is often represented, and even less so in a nuanced and favorable light. Fan portrayals have a history of either exploring mainstream fears, be they of the public or the performers/creators involved, or they have a tendency to be mocking, taking on a light-hearted approach to how serious and involved some fans get in their fandoms. Both of these types of portrayals are also necessary, for they have valid points to make. Some fans do take things too far, and some aspects of fandom do seem humorous for those not involved in them. Not that that at all justifies malicious mockery. However, many of the humorous renditions can be well-intentioned and are actually an attempt to include fans within a work that they love. However, it is also important to have positive representations of the comfort and communities fandom can create. As well, this can serve to foster a more balanced picture of fandom overall. For all of these sides do exist, and together, along with many other facets, make up the whole of fandom. Fangirl enters the realm of the creator of the transformative work, and their ongoing attachment to the characters and the fandoms that they have chosen, and their need to contribute to, and in some cases modify, the official text. It treats fanfiction and those who enjoy it with respect, while acknowledging the awkward legalities and potential moral gray area of becoming known for a work you did not originally create. It also goes into the little explored territory of the pressures and stresses experienced by popular fanfic authors when a work becomes sought after and fans are demanding or expecting regular updates. Also, the question is posed, can a fanfiction work at some point be better and more true than the actual author's own vision? Or is such thought merely delusion or arrogance? Or once again, does the answer lie somewhere in between? It also explores the concept of fanfiction as a form of escapism or retreat from life's real problems, and while it does occasionally fall into the "it's just a phase" mentality, or that there's more out there than just fiction, the idea of having to give up Simon or make a choice between Simon and the real world is never really forced, nor is the idea of liking things from childhood into adulthood necessarily frowned upon. The novel also contains a very unique and very rarely explored element by juxtaposing the less understood or accepted form of fandom culture as an escape next to the socially accepted binge drinking culture form of escape, posing the silent question of which is more harmful. And if one is accepted despite the actual very real risk of harm, then why is writing fanfiction so frowned upon when it can serve in some ways in this context the same purpose? It's a novel that asks a surprising amount of questions, and while it is called Fangirl and does focus on a female lived experience in fandom, there are elements for the fanboy or just the fan in general to identify with as well. Definitely worth a read if you were involved in fanfiction, either as a reader or a writer. There are many in-jokes or nods to trends, such as the 5 times trend that will make you smile. However, since this novel is so steeped in subcultural idioms, it does have the potential to be a little impenetrable or baffling for those who are new or genuinely have very little or nothing to do with fandom at all. Also, some may feel that there is a connection being made between social awkwardness and one's affinity for fandom that some may not appreciate. Also, while the novel brings up a lot of these issues, it doesn't provide any clear answers as to what one should do about some of them, which some readers will enjoy and others may find frustrating. It also has a tendency to juxtapose being a fangirl versus any other type of lifestyle. It doesn't really combine being a fangirl with other worldviews, at least not in terms of the protagonist, and since this is a novel told through the perspective of said protagonist, it does sometimes feel as if being a fangirl is the be-all end-all of one's personality. The idea that fan fiction could rival of the original created works may also rub some people the wrong way, particularly if they view the original creator as the only one with the authority to say what is possible for these characters. There is also the fact that the Simon Snow series is a very clear allegory for the Harry Potter series and its fandom, which some readers can find distracting, and it must be noted that Harry Potter is mentioned in this universe, which can be a moment that takes some out of the novel, for in a world where Harry Potter still exists, why would a book series as similar as Simon Snow have the same, if not greater, renown? The Harry Potter comparisons, as well as the author's relationship to fanfiction, caused more controversy in the follow-up novel Carry On, which is the aforementioned 8th Simon Snow book / work by Kath. Or is it? We will get into all of that more when we talk about that novel. Still, this book is unique and very interesting and even meta, since the merchandise based off of Kath's fanfiction story Carry On Simon, the t-shirt Keep Calm and Carry On, exists. You can buy it on Redbubble, as this novel plays out the very relationship between work and created content it describes. As far as subcultural depictions go, Fangirl is a light, quick read, but if you want to see some fandom representation that is genuinely trying to present a picture of what it is like to be a fangirl, negotiating the minefield of real life, i.e. classes, boys, friends, and future goals with fandom, then this is worth checking out. It also deals with some other topics that I didn't get into here, such as setting one's own boundaries for a relationship and mental health. It's clear that this book really cares about a lot of issues, specifically fandom. There is even a special edition version featuring fan art created for it by fanfic artists. Also a bookmark. Ooh. What is your guys' relationship to fandom and fan fiction? Do you feel it is a form of escape? Share all your thoughts on this crazy, wonderful world down below. This was Shipper's Guide to the Galaxy. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check out social media to stay up to date, and as always, stay tuned, for there are as many ships out there as there are stars in the sky.